Hey, Johnny Alanya here. I'm bringing on George Mooring today with Arbor Financial, and we're going to discuss the process of getting pre-approved for a mortgage. So, George, what is the process and how do you start that?
Oh, good question. Well, I like to start with a phone call just to kind of get some questions out of the way, see what the person's goal is, things like that. But mainly it's going to come down to the paperwork, collecting the income documentation, the asset documentation, and then I'm going to run a credit report. So getting together the right paperwork for the right person, a teacher would be just W-2s and the pay stubs, whereas a self-employed person could have several filings of tax returns, corporations or whatnot. So yeah, getting that paperwork together is the main work of it.
Great. And we all know that the pre-approval process is obviously the first step to making a home purchase. So, why is it important to get a pre-approval?
Oh, the biggest thing is imagine yourself being a seller and you're packing up all your stuff thinking that you're going to move at a certain time frame. You want to be sure that the person that's buying your house is actually going to close and get in there. So the pre-approval is really, if it's a good pre-approval letter, it's telling you that you can go ahead and accept this offer and move forward.
Yep, that's totally true. And so the last thing is, some people wonder, their credit's going to get pulled. Is there any negative aspect to getting a pre-approval?
Yeah, that would be the one. I would say there's two. The time it takes to maybe gather that paperwork and put yourself out there and get all that together and send it to me. And then number two is when we run the credit report, it will create an inquiry. Inquiries do negatively affect the credit report, but mortgages are different than a credit card. So mortgages are treated as a shopping situation, whereas you can run multiple inquiries on a mortgage without it affecting your FICO score. It's all counted as one. There's some different rules to that, but essentially inside of a certain time period, you can run multiple credit reports and not have it affect you. The difference, or the thing that everybody really talks about and worries about, if you go to Best Buy, you go to Kohl's, you go to Target, you go to all these different stores and you apply for a bunch of cards, that's going to really hit you hard because that's a whole different thing. That means you want credit.
Definitely. Well, hey, I appreciate you taking the time to discuss this with me. And of course, anybody, if you need some contact information to get in touch with George, let me know and I'll go ahead and forward that to you and we can get started on that. It's actually an easy process if you let it be. So anyways, George, thank you so much. I really do appreciate you taking the time today.
Hey, thank you. Have a good one.
Right on.